Hello guys, and welcome to my first video on this channel. Today I'm going to show you 4 ways to iterate in an array list. So I'm going to go straight. Using Eclipse as we said. I'm going to just start from scratch and create a new project. I'm just going to call this for loop. Next, finish. No, I'm not going to create the for Java. So right here, I'm gonna create a new class. I'm just gonna call this for loop test. I'm gonna give this a for loop as a main package. I already have one. I'm just gonna call this for loop test one. I'm gonna create the main. There we go. And this is our class created. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna import the package. Import the Java for teaching. So I'm gonna just import the whole package, so I don't have to worry about anything after that. And first of all, I'm gonna create an array list. So array list, I'm gonna call this my list. New array list. There we go. I'm gonna add 2 items to this list, and I'm gonna use my list. That's added. I'm just gonna add a string and say hello. And the other one is gonna be everyone. There you go. So I added 2 string in my list, and the first loop that I'm gonna use is the for advanced loop, and I'm just gonna call it right here, system.out that print, which is gonna be the first method. There we go. So I'm gonna call for I'm gonna call the class the interface objects. I'm just gonna, since I'm using string, I'm just gonna call it str, and the list that I'm gonna iterate, and right here. So it's easy, guys. The advanced for loop, and here I'm just gonna print the str. Print str. There you go. Save and run. So here you go, guys. The first method, hello everyone, and the second one that I'm gonna use, I'm just gonna copy and paste this one. I'm a little lazy, so I know the second method. So I'm just gonna here use the regular for loop, which everybody knows. I'm gonna declare here variable e of type integer. I'm gonna go for I less than my list the size. And finally I++, I'm sorry. now I'm just gonna print whatever I have in the list. Print. I'm gonna use my list. I have a function that named get. I'm gonna use the get here. I'm just gonna be using the index e and print whatever e has. So it's right here. This is the first one, the first method. This is the second one. Just let me separate them by a y so we can know exactly. There you go. This is the first one. This is the second one. I'm just gonna use this one again. Copy and paste. There you go, guys. The third one. So the third one, we have something that called iterator. Iterators, we can initialize an iterator and call them to iterate in a array list. So what I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna create an iterator and call this itr equal new equal my list the iterator. There you go, guys. And with this iterator, I'm gonna use a while because I have to check if the list has an item after the first one or not. So every time I have to check if the list still has an item or not. So I'm gonna use while itr that has next. So if atr has next is true, it's gonna go inside. If it's not, it's not gonna go inside. So I'm gonna call the object. I'm gonna create an object to edit state. I'm gonna just call this object equal itr the next. So this one here, this next here, is gonna go to the next item that we have in the list, and simply we have just to print the object. Print object. There you go. Save and run. There you go, guys. This is the third method, and it prints the same thing we have because we have just one list. So I'm gonna go with the for one, in which I'm gonna use the for loop with the iterator. So the fourth loop. I'm gonna use for, and inside the for. So in the regular for, we have three arguments. We have the initialization, we have the condition, and we have the arguments that we have to increment or decrement the item. So I'm gonna use the same one right here. I'm gonna create an iterator. I'm gonna call this itr1 because I already used the itr. I equal my list that iterator. So this is the first argument. The second argument I'm gonna call the itr1 that has next. And the third one, I'm just gonna leave this empty. I can use the next in the third one, but I prefer to use this inside, in which I'm gonna create an object. I'm gonna call this object 1 since I used objects at the first one, and itr1 the next. So here you go, and now I'm just gonna print system that out the print and object 1. this. I'm just gonna save and run, and here you go, guys. So I have here 4 methods, and all of them, they give us the same thing we have, because we're using the same list. So just to let you know, you can use 4 of them to iterate in list, and every one of us is comfortable with one of them, but it's good to know. So just in case if you're working in a team, or if you have a code from someone or from the prof or something like that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you for watching, and if you have any comment or any questions, just leave it in the comments and I will be happy to assist you. I see you guys in the next video.